Good day, everybody. This is Yin Yang in California with Morsels of a Thought number 1377. Am I in the screen? I need to move my seat a little bit. And I hope my face isn't too big. Yeah, my face is a little big. All right. So in California, I am trying to inspire everybody to have a great day. And on today, Wednesday, I try to say some words and wisdom, and we are going to start a series of interviews soon. I am hoping to bring people on Wednesdays. Mika Heinonen, say hello, please. Hi. And Trevor Hopkins, and we've got quite a few people in the lineup. Paula Heinonen and Boyan Dobrev, if I pronounced it correctly. Got a few people coming on, and I just need to get it all together. Okay, so today I want to read from William J. Bennett. William J. Bennett was a classmate of a dear friend of our family, Hazel Hadland. Hazel Hadland was a beautiful soul, and she taught me how to be a woman, how to many things. She taught me. It was great. Um, she was she was her last words to me were, "It's about time you called me." I still recall, and I was there at her crossing over, and she was wonderful. Anyway, she said that William J. Bennett happened to be a classmate of hers in Washington State, and he wrote the Book of Virtues. He actually compiled it, let's say. So, The Wisdom of Solomon on page 147 is retold by Jesse Lyman Hurlbut. Jesse Lyman Hurlbut, Hurlbut, Jesse. This is one of the most famous stories of the proverbial wisdom of Solomon, who reigned in Israel for 40 years during the 10th century BC. Solomon's decision at first seems cruel, but in fact turns out to be the brilliant strategy of a leader who must be not only kind but just in a difficult situation. He is wise enough to smoke out the guilty party by relying on the power of true compassion. The story is from book, the first book of Kings, chapter 3, verses 16 to 28 in the Bible. Two women came before King Solomon with two little babies, one dead and the other living. Each of the two women claimed the living child as her own and said that the dead child belonged to the other woman. One of the women said, "Oh, my lord, we two women were sleeping with our children in one bed, and this woman in her sleep lay upon her child, and it died. Then she placed her dead child beside me while I was asleep and took my child. In the morning, I saw that it was not my child, but she says it is mine, and the living child is hers. Now, O king, command this woman to give me my own child." Then the other woman said, "That is not true. The dead baby is her own, and the living one is mine, which she is trying to take from me." The young king listened to both women. Then he said, "Bring me a sword." They brought a sword, and then Solomon said, "Take this sword and cut the living child in two, and give half of it to each one." Then one of the women cried out and said, "Oh, my lord, do not kill my child. Let the other woman have it, but let the child live." But the other woman said, "No, cut the child in two and divide it between us." Then Solomon said, "Give the living child to the woman who would not have it slain, for she is its mother." And all the people wondered at the wisdom of one so young, and they saw that God had given him understanding. Now, this is from the Bible, and in a TV show I saw many years ago of a famous judge in China. His last name was Bao, Pao, Bao Qingtian. They dramatized this very same story. They said, he said, "Let the two women pull on the child. Let the two women pull on the child, and whoever wins the child wins the child." And one of them let go of the baby immediately, and the judge asked her, "Why did you let it go?" And she said, "Because I don't want it to be hurt." So he gave the baby to the mother that didn't want the baby to be hurt. To the mother that didn't want the baby to be hurt. So Solomon was very wise, and what you see is that sometimes when you grab something from someone, they will let it go immediately because they're hoping no harm will come to it. I one time used this very same parable to a friend when we were playing in the ninth grade. And in the ninth grade, children are still children, even though they think that they're young adults. And they are young adults as well, but the hormones are coursing through them and they are just wild in their mind, in their body, in their soul. They are energetic. Well, two boys in my Latin class were playing with me, and something about my glasses. And I said, "Oh, let me look at so and so's glasses." And so he took them off, and then I said, "I'm going to keep these." And I took them, and then as soon as I pulled, he let go. And that's because he didn't want his glasses to be broken. And so I learned this, which I shouldn't have done. It was just a play. It was just a bunch of teenagers joking around in the ninth grade. 9 plus 6 is 15. So we were about 14 or 15 years old. So I still recall Peter and Gary, the two of them had been together since kindergarten, and they were together through, I believe, college. I think we all went to UC Berkeley. And so they went from kindergarten to college together, those two. Peter is now an instructor at the San Jose State University in California, and he is a professor of Asian American Studies. And I lost track of Gary, but just knowing these things about people, you can get along in the world if you understand what virtue is, and the virtue of having understanding about people who will not allow harm to what they hold dear. That means they do let go, and that's a lot like parenting. You do that a lot. Uh, I am currently not a parent, so I don't know these things firsthand, but I am told, and my parents certainly told me. So, what we are going to do on Wednesdays is I will read from the Book of Virtues until we have each interviewee, and I will be learning how to bring people on stage. Okay? We'll talk to you later, old Kinderheck.